So, Mark, the condo market in Barrie in October so far, how's it looking?
It's not looking good. Couple of reasons. 184 listings so far, 31 sales in September, 6 month worth of supply.
Oh,
And before I get into some numbers that we see from October 1st until the 12th today, higher price condos are really taking a extremely long time to sell. There is 3 to 4 at Nautica right now, 2 bedrooms priced from 845, I think up to 1.1. And I'm going to go through 3 of them. One was sitting at 120 days on market, one was 145 days on market, and one was 51 days on market.
wow.
So it's feeling some impact. And out of those sales in September so far, well, September's done, only 10% of that sold over 800,000.
Wow.
So lower price is selling okay, but there's a lot of supply, right? And we know why, right? Higher
Yeah.
borrowing costs. You got that condo fee, and they got to qualify for the 8% mortgage amount, which is totally stupid with the stress test. Now we got to throw in a average condo fee for a 2 bedroom there, 8 and above, 850, maybe 9, depending if you get an extra parking spot. So that's got to go on to qualify.
And the
Pretty hard.
taxes.
Tax taxes are 6K. When I'm saying they're big money. So, there's some, and here's what I don't understand before I want to keep saying getting these numbers is that there's 3 product right there right now, anywhere between 1250 and 1300 square feet, priced, 3 of them all priced at the same price, 899, 899, 899, 120, 145 days and 51 days. No one's dropped the price almost,
I
right?
know.
So they're sitting there on the market. Well, I might as well list at 8, 9 because everybody else is, but everybody else isn't selling, right?
I
So
know.
I took a client through one at 845 and it showed okay, a lot of carpet, but I don't think the price point is sharp enough, even though, oh, great, we're 50 grand below everybody else. Guess what? Unit's vacant. I didn't see any cards. I didn't see any people rushing in to see it. So I don't even feel that's priced right still at 845.
Well,
I don't.
you know why I say wow, 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 and I'm freaking out. Because in December, January, February, I was showing that older couple, remember, that wanted Nautica.
Yep.
And Mark, they were going into bidding wars. They were
Yeah.
selling at 950 for a 2 bedroom and a den, but there
Yep.
was like bidding wars. And that was just in January, February. And we were like, forget it.
Yep.
They hadn't sold their house yet anyway.
Yep.
And he's like, well, I'm not getting into this damn bidding war. I'm not paying $1 million for this thing.
No.
And so we bowed out. And now you're telling me these things are just sitting and sitting and sitting. It's unbelievable to me.
But what sits on that market too is really dependent on the view and what side that you're on. A couple of those units on the north side, so you oversee the new building that's going to go in there, and then protected area. So we know there's a building there, and then you oversee the city of Barrie Marina. Really, not a great view. So I could see why some of them are sitting, and then the one we looked up is south facing, which is a good view, but I still think the 845 is too high for that unit. I don't think they're going to get much attention unless someone is saying, I want that view and I'm in, but I think it's still kind of, I think there needs to be some flexibility in that price. And
Well,
I,
and in the past, we've always seen that normally when homes, like residential homes, start going down, the condos usually take a bigger hit, I find.
they do. And I think the condos are taking a hit now because of the common element fees, right? No matter what price point, it's hard for people to qualify. But I seen some okay sales, like 31 sales this time, not bad, but a lot of it was under 600K.
The smaller stuff.
Smaller stuff, right? So maybe that buyer, is downsizing from the house, or first time buyers getting in. When I listed one on Bell Farm, 3 days, it was gone, full price, done. There was no negotiations. Firm just on status. So that stuff is selling fairly well, but The higher priced condos in the community are taking a beating. And if you don't have that right view, say on Toronto Street or Ellen Street, good luck on the sale because you're not getting it. You're just not. And there were some that sold in September in Nautica in the nines, 915 and 929, I believe. It took a while to get that 929 one, several price changes, several months on market. And then probably the seller just got so pissed off, says this price it the way it needs to, get moving. And then it got
Yeah.
moved. But the view was just okay. And that was a Bermuda model, bigger model, 1371, two bedroom and a den. And then one got listed, I think it was 950 and it sold for 930, only 9 days in the market, but they were facing the south. So you had a great view of Centennial. So some views
Yeah,
sell.
those ones in there I find, especially down at the waterfront, depending on the different buildings. Well, and even on Ferndale and Bell Farm and Little Lake, in all those condos, half of the building is facing something wonderful.
Yep.
Like in
Yes.
Ferndale, there's those bluffs, right? And all the trees behind. And
Yep.
then the other half are facing a major road
Or a parking lot.
or a parking lot.
I know. I know.
So the value is definitely worse with when you're on the shitty side. And it's loud too, like in a lot, like Ferndale's a loud road.
It's
Little
busy.
Lake, Little Lake backs onto the 400.
Yeah. And those are so jammed in there. They're like sardines in small units, and they're building another tower in front of. So there's one tower, two towers, another one's going in front. Like it's, I don't know, but a lot of rentals in there too. A lot of young demographic, tons of rentals in those units.
Well, I took a client there and he went outside on the balcony and he was like, "Are you joking me right now?"
And some are facing the 400, and then some are facing a parking lot, and then the odd one faces Little Lake. Like you can count them on one hand with the good views.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And
they're not.
it's and like not only is it the view is shitty, it's also very, very loud. So you have like two things bad going for you. The ones on Condos is they're in the middle of the flipping movie theater parking lot.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, love the location, but I just don't like. Again, a lot of heavy rentals close to the college, close to RVH, in and out. When I sold one at Little Lake, I couldn't. It was like a revolving door of people going in and out all the time, all the time. And what I noticed was a young demographic too.
Yeah.
Tons of young people, students renting them. So are you going to have noise complaints? Probably. You can hear people come in all hours of the night. Probably. Have a small dog you walking by, bark, 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 wake everybody up. So I don't know. I
I
don't like.
showed the one on Condos a couple years ago. And
Yeah.
my client Christine, we walked in, we walk into the living room kitchen area. It's all open concept. It's nice. The finishes are nice.
Yeah.
And she's looking out into the parking lot and she goes, "Diane, like everyone's going to be able to see into my house."
I know. I know. And I sold one on the gallery on ESSA too in the same way. Nice unit, 1,500 square feet, three bedroom, great, great floor plan. Love it. But the balcony's looking over the whole parking lot, Nessa Road, like no view at all. And it even wraps around, but it should have been if it was further down, facing the woods, I get a higher dollar for it. And it took us a while to sell that unit. I think it's like 50 some days, 60 days.
Yeah.
And I think the seller did okay on it, but we knew that would be a hard sell. Who wants to sit outside and watch people come in and out? Wouldn't be for me.
Well, and Essa Road is loud too.
Loud, you can hear everything. If you like this video, subscribe to it, give us a like, give us a comment. We work hard on this content to get it out there. It motivates us to see some subscribe buttons. Let's dig into some numbers here too. So October 1st till today, 39 new listings and condos, 19 price changes, and 3 conditional solds. And no, yeah, 3 conditional solds and 9 sold so far for the month, which isn't bad, but it's lower priced properties too.
Yeah, I was going to say that doesn't sound horrible.
No, but the inventory, look at the inventory, almost 6 months of supply based on September's number. So kind of high, but I think there's a lot of high priced condos out there right now, and
Well,
not a admit full of them.
don't they say that the 4 month of supply is a balanced market? When we get into like the 6 months, we're
Yeah,
now in a buyer's market. And when we're in under 4, we're in a seller's, right?
right. And we're at 6 months, so it's become. But again, it depends on the ranges, right? Look at the one I sold in Belfort, gone in a couple days. The one on Essa Road, 60 days. The one at Nautica's are 100 plus days. It's going to take some time as those price points go up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we've gone through it. People can't qualify, condo fees. It gets very, very expensive for people to get into a condo today because they can't.
Well, and at Nautica though, you have like the problem is like I told you in February and January, they were going multiple offers and they were going way above 9.
Yeah. Oh,
So
they were.
now you have those people at 8.99 that are saying you got 3 of them that are all sticking together and holding tight on the price
Yep, they are. They're holding tight.
because they saw those ones selling over 9.
You got it. You got it. And someone's going to make a move. Someone's going to, when we've seen it before, right? Where someone's, and it's an old demographic there. So they're going to have to get all ready, leave the unit, come back. They're going to get really tired of that soon. And then they're going to finally say, sell the goddamn unit, price it to move. And how many
Yeah.
times have we seen it this year? It's just
Lots.
totally seller's frustration.
Yeah.
So price it. Don't follow everybody else at the 899. Put the goddamn thing at 850 or 840 or 830. Tell you if you want to, that's the market probably for those units right now, depending.
Well,
So
and I'm having seller frustration for my listings myself. And my problem is that I don't think even if I dropped it 50,000, I don't right now, like in the $1 million range, I don't think it's going to help them.
it's not going to do nothing, not 50 grand.
No,
No, you may need
no.
to drop 100 grand, maybe more, depending on the listing, depending on the location, right? But you're saying you only had a handful of showings on those high prices, and that's normal. No different than with these condos, these high price condos. They're not turning right now, right? It's going to be interesting to see once Lake House gets registered, which they still think next month. They're already up to the 9th floor. 8th floor is occupied now. Like it's really starting to feel like a building now, and
Okay.
more people and traffic coming in, and things are done on the inside more. Out exterior's almost done. Landscaping on the outside. It's going to be interesting to see what the valuation is on some of those units. More, I'm of course because I have one on the water, so I'm kind of going. Let's see what the valuation is going to be. Is that view going to sell them right off the bat? It should, but I think the size could impact that buyer going. It's just a little too small,
Yeah.
depending, right? Where
I
they
know
have
they didn't do a lot of big units in there, right?
on my floor. Let me think. There is 2, and it's big. Like you walk in and it's all open. It's a beautiful, beautiful unit. But you're talking 1.3. That's a lot of money, right?
Wow.
But I think there could be a market for it though. It'd be interesting to see if the market is there for a smaller unit like mine. It could be for a downsizer. 2 people in mine, it's great. But if you have more than 2 people, it's not happening.
Yeah.
So, any other things in the condo?
I think that's it for now.
It's good. All right. Talk soon. See you.
Okay. Talk soon.